Do you know how the great inventor Nikola Tesla almost turned the Eiffel Tower into a giant wireless electricity transmitter? Okay, maybe you already know this story, but how well do you really know? The story of Tesla and the Eiffel Tower is one of those fascinating intersections of real history and speculative legend, with a few kernels of truth that have grown into larger myths. So let's sort through them all. The Eiffel Tower was completed in 1889 for the Paris Exposition Universelle. That same year, Nikola Tesla was busy experimenting with wireless transmission of electricity and radio waves in the US. The tower was, at the time, the tallest man-made structure in the world, 300 meters or 984 feet. So naturally, it made an ideal candidate for long-range wireless experiments. Tesla believed you could use tall conductive structures to send both information and power through the air by harnessing the Earth's natural electrical resonance. His idea was to build large transmitters to beam free electricity around the globe, an idea he would later try to actualize with Wardenclyffe Tower in New York. Though Tesla never officially worked on the Eiffel Tower's construction, stories suggest he may have advised on or been inspired by its potential as a gigantic antenna. There's some evidence for this. By the early 1900s, the French military and scientists like Gustave Eiffel were indeed using the Eiffel Tower to send wireless telegraph signals. Eiffels' work closely mirrored Tesla's theories. He sent radio messages over hundreds of kilometers by grounding the tower and using it as a transmitter mast. Tesla himself would later praise European engineers for adopting tall conductive towers for global communications, but he didn't claim any personal authorship. This is where things get fuzzy in alternative history circles. A popular claim is that Tesla proposed turning the Eiffel Tower into a wireless energy broadcaster before Wardenclyffe. Some even suggest he visited Paris to demonstrate small-scale wireless lighting to French officials, using the tower as part of the circuit. Again, there is little evidence to support this beyond a few of Tesla's letters and the claim he visited Paris has been repeatedly debunked, but it's a compelling story, right? The more you know about Tesla, the more you realize he was a man ahead of his time, shunned by the establishment, misunderstood by peers, and ridiculed by the media. It's easy to romanticize him and fill in the gaps of his life story with speculation. And what's more, the facts still leave some tantalizing possibilities open. Tesla's ideas on wireless transmission were theoretical and largely unpublished, but his patents heavily influenced early French military radio design, and the Eiffel Tower as structure lent itself to radio transmission. So it is plausible they could have experimented with using the tower to broadcast wireless electricity in some capacity. Whether they did or not is anyone's guess. But what is interesting is that the Eiffel Tower wasn't the only structure envisioned as a giant antenna. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, inventors and scientists around the world began realizing tall guide masts made for excellent radio transmitters and receivers. Today we take for granted cell phone towers and broadcast antennas, but these concepts were cutting edge just over a century ago. Tesla seized upon this idea and corresponded with engineers across Europe who were exploring it. And when Wardenclyffe was built in 1901, its purpose was clear to anyone familiar with Tesla's work. It was designed to transmit wireless electricity at high power levels over vast distances. What is true is that Tesla corresponded with European inventors in the 1890s, and his patents heavily influenced early French military radio design. What is also true is that the Eiffel Tower looks like a giant resonant structure and was used as a radio transmitter. And finally, Tesla wanted to use the Earth's natural electrical resonance to transmit power wirelessly, and the Eiffel Tower could have been used to do this. But the idea that Tesla specifically planned to use the Eiffel Tower to broadcast wireless power before Wardenclyffe is likely a myth. So do you think the Eiffel Tower could have been used to broadcast wireless electricity? Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to see more.